Yo, we want to welcome everybody to the Bigga Vision podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Bigga Visions, and today we have our very first and very special guest, my beautiful daughter, Jayani Glaze. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a round of applause. And today, being that she's my very first guest, she's my very biggest fan in everything I do, and I'm her very biggest fan in everything she does. And so today I wanted to do something different, and it's only episode 2. So we gonna start off right off the bat. It just flip this thing around, give it a little twist right off the front. She gonna ask me a question, I'ma answer. I ask her a question, she gonna answer. We gonna go back and forth. But the kicker is, no matter what the question is, you got to be as truthful as possible. It don't matter because we father and daughter. We deal with honesty and we deal in truth. So, with that being said, ladies first, we gonna start off right off the bat with a quick Q&A. Let's go.
Okay. What was the hardest thing you went through as a child, and how did you overcome it?
The hardest thing I ever went through as a child. The hardest thing I ever went through as a child is, I would say, just the unstableness, moving around a lot. And honestly, I'm still fighting to overcome it every day because I haven't totally overcame it yet. But it's definitely an everyday journey with that. So, that's the first question. My question to you is, okay, if you could tell me anything that's on your mind and on your heart, no matter how positive or negative it is, what would it be?
Why do people take advantage of me?
Why do people take it? You feel like people take advantage of you? Is it like people close to you or people?
Like anybody.
Anybody? Well, I could definitely tell you why people take advantage of you. But we gon' okay, so let's deal with it now, cause no greater time than the present. People take advantage of you and people like you because they would consider you being too nice. And it's an old saying that goes, nice people always finish last. You get what I'm saying? Like, if the nicer you are, the more people feel like they could take advantage. And it's sad to feel like you got to be mean and nasty to people. But my suggestion to you is not to keep it going too long, is to never be nice but to be kind. You treat people how you want to be treated, and when they will not allow you to treat them as such, then you move on. Okay? So, all right. What's your I asked you the question. You asked me first.
Yeah, then you asked
Then
me.
I asked you. Now it's your turn. All right, go ahead.
Do you ever feel like somebody taking advantage of you? And if you do, how do you handle the situation?
I do feel like people take advantage of me sometimes, and like I said, it be because we be too nice, and we don't deal in kindness, we deal in niceness, and try to treat people like we treat ourselves. But it's kind of hard in this world. So how I deal with it is, I just be kind. The best thing for you to do is deal with how you feel. It's either if you feel like you want to do it, you do it. If you feel like you don't want to do it, don't do it. You feel me? Like, it's either 0 or 100. So my question to you is, me as your father, if you could say the one thing that I did that hurt you the most, what is that?
I don't know. Beat me a lot.
Beat you a lot? Dang. I beat you a lot? You feel like I used to beat you a lot?
But little things, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Well, let me be the first to tell you I apologize. I'm very sorry. But, with no excuse, I was young. And, I was 20, 21 when you was born. And, I was coming from a That's honestly that's what I grew up on. You got pretty much beat for everything you did. It's just a thing that happens. So, you know, it's all like I say. I'm sorry, baby. I don't ever want to do nothing to hurt you. And honestly, it was my guilty conscience. That's what made me stop beating y'all so early. Now I'm being real with you because I kind of felt like I was doing a little bit too much, and the older I got, the more wiser I became. So, you know, that's the whole thing for me. But yeah.
Was mommy the first woman you got pregnant?
Uh, truthfully, it's two parts. It's a two-part answer. I can say no because when I was younger, a little chick came and said that she was pregnant from me. But then I could say yeah because I don't know, she could have been lying. You know what I'm saying? Like when you young like that, females and dudes will say anything. You know what I'm saying? So is it anything in your life, if you could change it, would you change it, and what would you change?
Yeah, I would change the past, like what mommy was going through. You had to go through it with her,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I would change.
Okay. Yeah. I pretty much would change some things about my past that I went through at a young age too. Because like the older you get, the more you realize like that stuff bothers you. Would you say you trust me 100%? You do? Okay. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you. Like what make kids like not trust their parents? Like what do you think breaks the trust between children and parents?
When a parent don't trust, when a child feel like the parent don't trust them.
But what you think? Why you think parents don't trust their kids?
If they break their trust, like say for instance, you tell your parent, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and your parent really think that you about to do this, but you don't really do it. That's what's gonna stop everything.
That's one thing. Okay, and then like how do you think your parent could break your trust?
When they lie.
But do you think that lying sometimes parents lie to to protect you from certain things?
Well, it depends on the child. Like if you know your child gonna be hurt, or you know your child's understanding, then you just tell them the truth, even though it might hurt them, but they understand.
True, I believe that, and I try my best to deal with y'all in that way because I honestly believe, as an adult, people could tell me stuff and it hurt. So I can't expect nothing different from you because it's just like a thing that you're gonna always go through in life. So you really don't have no choice. So like that's why I always told y'all the truth. I always told you I don't deal with promises because sometimes I could in good intent tell you that I wanna make sure you good and I wanna give you and give you, but then sometimes life happens and things prevent me from being able to do that. So it's like, as a father, sometimes I allow the guilt to get to me because like it's so much things that I didn't have growing up, and as a father now, I tell myself, shoot, I want you to have the same things that I didn't have, but then sometimes it's hard to give you those things. Then I go to thinking about like my children pretty humble, you know what I'm saying? Like they understand, at least y'all show understanding to the situation. But sometimes a lot of times I be wanting to know what y'all got going on inside because I feel like it's very important for me to know like how y'all feel and for y'all not to feel like y'all gotta keep it from me. Because like at the end of the day, people gonna get hurt regardless of what. So you might as well just go ahead and keep it real. You get what I'm saying? So, and like I say to my fans out there, it's all about mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like parents really need to sit down and listen to their children. You know what I'm saying? Not just try to overtalk them or just keep talking to them until like they blue in the face. At least let them express some of the things that you might have taught them. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to deal with it in that manner. But this is how real life is, and we just chose to put it on camera and do it in a podcast setting because nothing is perfect. And I found myself, and that's another lesson. A lot of times you be wanting to do stuff, and you tell yourself like, I want to do it like this, and I want to have it like that, and sometimes it don't happen like that, especially when you don't have the means. Like, we don't have nowhere to put this stuff in a quiet place. So this is the only choice we have right now. So we just got to make do with what we have. And, it is what it is. And that's how we deal. We deal in reality. So, sometimes you just got to take what you got and you got to use it until you can find something better and do it in a better way. But do you feel like you got like, have you ever been like stressed? Come here, son. Come here. Come here. Yeah, buddy. This is my baby boy. This is my oldest son. Boy, you is filthy. He just came from outside playing. So do you feel like you be stressed? Yeah. What you be stressed out about? Like, what you be stressing about? Go with your mama. Go with mommy. What you be stressing about?
About how people treat me. The things people say to me. Just that. Oh, yeah. Wait, I said how people treat me.
Well, with how people treat you, the way people treat you, they only gonna treat you how you allow them to treat you.
Yeah, but it be mommy's side of the family. Like, it's so unfair. Like, with my siblings, they do this. Then when it's me, they just don't care.
I don't think it's that they don't care. I think it's more of because they feel like you closer to me and my side, and they feel how they feel about whatever. I don't know. From what I know, most of them, they ain't had their dads in their life like that. So, and then for Kaya to, she had her dad in her life, but they relationship, and then Trinae with her situation, and then yours, like I was always close to you and you was always close to me. I guess they felt more so to lean to that side because you was like closer to my side of the family. But I don't understand that either because a lot of times when Trinae didn't used to come, it was because she was with them or she didn't want to come. Like, she might have felt how she felt about the situation, but that's my oldest daughter, and we gonna sit down and we gonna have a conversation too about like where she at with a lot of stuff mentally and stuff like that. But yeah, but the way people treat you, people only gonna treat you how you allow them to treat you. Like what you let slide, they gonna do, and you don't have to like deal with it in a way where you angry and you got to cuss people out. Nah, you could just not deal with those people. Or you can find a better way to deal with it by talking to those people, going to express yourself. Now, they might listen, they might not. Because a lot of people, especially grown people, when it comes to children, they don't know how to take what children feel about them and how children can tell them about themselves, and they don't know how to accept it. And that's why I always encourage y'all to come holler at me, because I'm one person, I know how to accept it. It might hurt, but at the end of the day, I'd rather it come from you than you go tell somebody else and then they got to come tell me because you're afraid. And I get it, because when I was a child, I was afraid to say a lot of stuff. But my mama never came to me and said, well, she came, but it's just like when she came to me and said, yeah, son, I want to know how you feel, but then when we go to tell her, it's like this whole big thing, and it's like, yeah, it'll shut you down. I don't want y'all to be like that because I'm older now. That shit made me angry. And I'm still trying to get over anger because of just being shut out and having feelings about having to be forced to go through stuff like as a child, and then you grow older and you got to, basically when you get 18, we don't have no counseling. They don't send us to no therapist or nothing, so we got to deal with it the best way we know how. You know what I'm saying? So, any questions that you want to ask me? Like, do you sit back and think about like, when I get older, I'm gonna ask my dad this?
Yeah.
But why you feel like you gotta wait till you get older?
But not when I get older. Not when I like get grown. But like when I get teenage.
But why?
I don't know.
I mean, I look at it like this: if you gon' excuse me, if you could think about it right now, you could ask it right now.
Alright. Okay. So you know the thing when you had asked mommy, can the boys come to the house, right?
Yeah.
So to me, even though it's not my problem, but to me, I felt like it was disrespectful because, like you was, like when you was living with us, you and Diamond was friends or whatever, da 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 da. But you sometimes you would never come home, and then when we found out that she was pregnant, then like you just left. So then I felt like it was disrespectful because if mommy if mommy was in your shoes, like she asked you, oh, can we live with you, and then she'll be like, can my kids come over there? But you and her didn't have a kid, it was Alice's kid. Would you let her kids come over?
I mean, honestly, I could see how you feel like that, but ain't no but. At the same time, you don't know the full story. And when Diamond got pregnant, I wasn't even living with your mama no more. If you remember, me and your mama got into that last little argument or whatever, and I poured the juice on the bed and I left. If you notice, I came back one more time and I ain't come back no more. I didn't used to come home because at the same time, me and your mama, we wasn't dealing with each other like that. You wouldn't know that because we your parents. My baby in tears right now because it's real life. Um, so I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I was only asking your mom that because I didn't even know that y'all was gonna be to Taisha house, and we ain't really had nobody to watch them. So I'm like, well, let me see if Jayani and them gonna be home. Maybe they could watch them for a few hours. When your mom got pregnant with you, and after you was born, me and your mom had a discussion about me and like the future. And she knew I wanted more kids. I wanted a son. Your mom, she felt like, she was afraid after you, she didn't want no more kids, whatever her reason was. But at some point, Jayani, I knew I wanted what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? In life, everybody wants what they want. And sometimes we don't take into consideration about the other people that we dealing with in the situation. We just want what we want at the time that we want it, right? So your mom didn't want more children because she was afraid. I wanted more children. So that right there created what some people would call a conundrum. It's like it's not gonna work no matter how much we try because she want what she want and she's solely hard on that, and me too. We both like stubborn. So when it comes to us wanting what we want, we gonna stand on that. I wanted more kids, she didn't. So eventually it created a distance that we wasn't gonna be together forever. You get what I'm saying? Now, the way we went about it, I get what you're saying. And it was never to hurt you, your sister, or your mama. It's just a situation when you dealing in your feelings and in the present time, you just moving. You ain't really thinking about nobody. You only thinking about yourself. You trying to protect yourself. So being that your mama didn't want more kids and I did, I knew eventually I wasn't going to be with your mama. Which in terms, I knew eventually it was going to take me away from y'all in the sense of us living together. So when Diamond got pregnant, before Diamond got pregnant, I started feeling bad by messing with Diamond because I was still living with y'all. But it's for your mama to tell you in detail, but your mama wasn't innocent either.
I know.
Okay? So you feel like it's disrespectful, but your mama did a lot of disrespectful things from the beginning of our relationship before you was even born. You get what I'm saying? I felt like your mama was one of the people to take advantage of my niceness. You feel me? So eventually, I grew anger. So, and I never would hit your mama. I never used to call her out her name. So, it's not no justification for me asking. I just asked because I thought she was over it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I literally thought, okay, she got Alex. Me and your mama ain't been together for about 3-4 years. So, I ain't looking at it like, oh, I'm going to be disrespectful. I ain't even looking at it like she still hurt. I'm looking at it like, well, this is our daughter's brother and sister. You know, like, Diamond helped take care of y'all just like Alex helped take care of y'all. You get what I'm saying? So I wasn't looking at it like, oh, I'm being disrespectful. Nah, I would never be disrespectful to your mama in that sense had I knew she literally felt some type of way about me asking, can y'all watch them over there? You get what I'm saying? Because I could have asked y'all to come down here. But I didn't want y'all to come way down here. And we was going to be way up there. So I kind of figured, hell, Tara, she probably over this. Because the few times I done seen your mama and I had them, she was like, hey, how you doing? You know, so I ain't thinking she'll feel some type of way. So I'm sorry for being, if you felt like I was being disrespectful, but I really wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I wouldn't have never asked if I thought I was being disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? Because your daddy ain't no dummy. But, yeah. So, you know, real life, man, it's all about clearing the mind and of all the negative, man, because, you know, we hold on to a lot of negative in life. And I know I did. And this is part of the reason, like I said in the first episode, it's part of the reason why I did this podcast, because I no longer want to deal in the anger. I no longer want to deal in the hurt. I don't want to deal in rage. I want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally, after I left their mom, like, I literally started to distance myself from them unconsciously, but consciously, because, like, I felt so bad. I felt guilty. And, you know, with everything going on, my financial situation not being what I wanted to be, it's just like was a lot to take in. And I created a distance between them because I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know how to handle it. And based on how I grew up, it's certain things you don't tell your children. So it's like, how do I tell my children, like, I'm going through a financial crisis or I'm having financial difficulties to where I can't really provide for them? You get what I'm saying? Like, what father wants to tell his daughters that every time they call him and they want something or they need something? No. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to be that person, especially for her, because she do so well in school. She's a kind person. She don't, well, I can't say she don't mistreat people, because, like, we human. You know, sometimes we get caught up in ourselves and we could take things too far. But for the most part, she don't just walk around and mistreat people. That's my child. I know her. So it's like, you know, it's not to put nobody in our business. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who feel like they got to get mad or they get in their feelings about any situation or any experience that they've had with me, my apologies. You know, it's not my intent to have anybody feel like I'm exposing them. Like, no, I would never expose anybody. You know, that's why I won't ever go into grave details with certain things, because, you know, it's just not what it is. But it is my life at the end of the day, and no one should feel like, oh, because they was involved, that I shouldn't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. If you felt the need to come out and let some things off your chest and I'm involved in it, you know, and you felt like I've wronged you, then expose it. You know what I'm saying? And reach out and we could deal. You know what I'm saying? We could build, whether it's building a separation to where like we can't deal with each other, or we could build on a situation where we could get over it and go on and further and even build something greater. So, yeah. I won't ever do nothing to hurt you intentionally. Like, and that's including your mama. You know, we go through our little things, but I got to be real with you, Jay Young. It ain't all my fault. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, I be backed in the corner, and I have to defend myself because me as a man and me having to deal with women is totally different from me dealing with you as my daughter. You only 14. But at the same time, you a female, so you gonna more so lean to the side of the female. You get what I'm saying? It's not something that you want to do. It's just you look at yourself and you can see your mama more than you can see me.
Well, no, that's not true. I always chose your side. That's how mommy never really like treat me how she treated Nene.
Well, I never really wanted you to choose a side.
Well, I wasn't choosing. It's just that I never could go to mommy and talk to her because she always yell at me and stuff. And I was closer to you more than mommy.
Yeah. And I never tried to create no distance between your mama and you like that to where you felt like you had to pick a side. It's just, you know, in life sometimes it's more so of the parent that you closest with, like you more so tend to choose a side. But the truth is, no parent is innocent. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes I did some things to your mama that made her react in the ways that she react, and sometimes she did the same to me. So it ain't really nobody's fault. It's just, you know, we going through life and we dealing in anger and in my life I experienced a lot of pain, you know, from the hands of other people's actions. You know what I'm saying? Like being too nice, and you know, as you get older, I'll be able to share more experiences and more detail with you when it comes to, you know, the situation and the relationship that me and your mama had is definitely not to be spoken about on camera. But at the same time, you know, it was a lot, Jayani, and then I was young. You know what I'm saying? Like when I met your mom, I was 18. We're gonna go ahead and close the show. You know what I'm saying? Anything else you wanna say? No?
You said that I can win, what's the recipe? Said you let me in, let me get the key. Said that we were friends, so you share with me. This whole damn time, you just want a piece. So close-minded, no role models. Only ones popping gold bottles. Make a bus sit for $1. Add bitch and you can make a holler. Beat her friend, no problem. She all in first timers. Neck shining, no diamonds. It set up, yeah, probably. This what it come to. They draw down.